home at last. Skarloey had been to the works to be mended. He felt much better. Rusty, the little diesel, was helping him off his rail car. Skarloey hadn't met him before. Rusty seems to be a kind of engine, he thought to himself. I help to mend the line and do odd jobs, explained Rusty. Peter Sam had a nasty accident over a week ago. Maybe seeing you will cheer him up. Come on. And Rusty pulled Skarloey towards the shed. Peter Sam sat in the shed feeling depressed. His boiler had been mended and had his funnel clamped. He wanted to start work, but Mr. Percival wouldn't let him. Another day's rest will do you good, he said. Besides, I've got a surprise for you. For me, sir? How nice, sir. What is it, sir? Wait and see, smiled Mr. Percival. The surprise was Skarloey. Oh, said Peter Sam, I am glad you've come home. They lit Skarloey's fire, and he sizzled happily. I feel all excited, he said, just like a young engine. I'm longing to pull my dear old coaches again. Are they running nicely? Yes, they're running well, Peter Sam answered. But we have 5 other coaches now, and another caboose. Skarloey was interested. Oh, he said. Tell me about it. Cora's the guard's van. She isn't as big as Beatrice, and she hasn't got a ticket window. But I like her best. She was mine and Sir Handel's caboose in the old days. She sometimes calls us by our old names, but we always correct her what she does. Ada, Jane, and Mabel are plain. They have no roofs. Sir Handel says they are like cars, but they only have seats, said Peter Sam. So I say they're coaches. What do you think, Skarloey? The old engine smiled. If they have seats, then they're coaches, he said firmly. Sir Handel likes Gentrude and Millicent, Peter Sam went on. He always tries to take them alone. They have bogies, and he says they're the only real coaches we have. They remind him of when he used to pull them on our old line. Both have seats for passengers, but Millicent has the conductor as well. He sells tickets and travels in a tiny cupboard place. I don't like that, he remarked earnestly. The conductors are very important. They need cabooses. They shouldn't be put into cupboards. Skarloey said nothing, so Peter Sam continued. I see you met Rusty. Yes, he says he's come to mend the line and do odd jobs. I like him, smiled Skarloey. So do I. So does Sir Handel. Peter Sam explained how kind Rusty was when he had his accident. It's a pity Duncan doesn't like him. Who's Duncan? He came as a spare engine after my accident, replied Peter Sam. Is he useful? He keeps busy, and I'm sure he means well, but he's bouncy and rude. He sings and sways and swirls around. His driver calls him rock and roll. I understand, said Skarloey gravely. Just then, his driver arrived. Duncan is stuck in the tunnel, and we'll have to get him out. Come on, old boy. Skarloey was pleased. He wanted to run, and looked forward to meeting Duncan. They found Cora and some workmen, and hurried up the line. How nice and smooth the rails are, thought Skarloey. They've mended all the old bumps. Rusty has helped to do that. What a difference he's made to the line. Quite soon they found Duncan. Skarloey looked on the back of Duncan's train to see his friend. Beatrice, I'm glad to see you again, exclaimed Skarloey. Beatrice was glad to see Skarloey again, too, but not with Duncan, who had stuck in the far end of the tunnel. Agnes, Ruth, Jemima, Lucy, and Beatrice were inside, and some passengers were helping the driver, fireman, and conductor to dislodge some rocks wedged between the top of his funnel and cab and the tunnel roof. Duncan was cross. "Out of a blown engine," he kept saying. "I speak as I've heard. Tunnels should be tunnels and not rabbit holes. This railway is no good at all." "Don't be silly," snapped his driver. "This tunnel is quite big enough for engines who don't want to rock and roll." It took a very long time to clear away the rocks and set Duncan free again. Then Skarloey pushed Duncan safely through. Cora was left on the siding, and the workmen stayed to make sure everything was safe. Agnes, Ruth, Jemima, Lucy, and Beatrice were pleased to see Skarloey again. "He's home! He's home!" they cried. Upon hearing that, Duncan grumbled all the way home, but Skarloey paid no attention. Mr. Percival was waiting for them. "Please put him in the shed. I shall speak to him later." Skarloey shunted Duncan at the shed and went back to the coaches for their next journey. Later, Mr. Percival spoke severely to Duncan. "Listen to me, Duncan," he said. "There is nothing wrong with that tunnel. You stuck in it because you tried to do rock and roll. This railway is not a dance floor, and you are not a pop star." Then Mr. Percival gave his full attention to Duncan's funnel. "If it happens again," he added ominously, "I'll find ways to cut your funnel and cab down to size. In other words, your career is on the line. Need I say more?" Duncan thought Mr. Percival had said quite enough, and he remained completely silent, and still for at least a whole evening.